Good morning. It is Wednesday, June 25th. Here's what we're working on. Ontario is set to announce a major shipbuilding investment in St. Catharines.
A new factory using robots to distribute meat is going to be built in Brantford.
And the Hockey Hall of Fame unveils its class of 2025. Thanks for joining us today on this somewhat more comfortable morning. Not as humid this morning.
A little bit. Yeah, because yesterday morning at this time we were 23. This morning we're 22. So.
Oh, I can feel it.
That's what we want. We want you to feel cooler.
Yes.
Yeah. Yesterday was another steamy day. We broke another daytime high record for the day by a degree, but still it was a hot one. Humidex of 43, temperature of 33 yesterday. But today is going to be a little bit better. We'll come out of the 30s. We'll hit the high 20s. We're going to hit 29 degrees with a humidex of 36. So still warm, but not oppressively hot like it's been for the past 3 days. So the heat warning from Environment Canada, anyhow, is gone. There are still some individual regional heat warnings in effect. So what we're looking at today is a mainly cloudy day, and we could get a shower, particularly this morning. There's that chance of a shower. Some areas yesterday had some storms, but not everybody did. So it's going to be just a little bit cooler. Tomorrow definitely will be cooler. Tomorrow's high about 21. So yeah, the heat has finally broken. And we'll talk about that in detail coming up. Right now, quick check on traffic as you get going into this Wednesday morning, 25th of June. Looks good here at the 403 and Waterdown Road. There's a lot of construction happening at night, but a lot of it has come to an end right now. Let's go to some MTO traffic cameras into St. Catharines, QEW 406. There's nothing there. Oh, that camera just decided it just didn't want to do the heat today. Here's the QEW east of Brant. That's doing okay. So there's not a lot happening, as you can see on the traffic camera here. So we'll look at weather and traffic and try to get our cameras back for you this morning. Right now, let's check the news.
Okay, fingers crossed for you, Brian. Thank you. The Ontario government is expected to announce a multi-million-dollar investment today to support the shipbuilding industry. CHCH News has learned that the province is going to spend $215 million over 10 years to advance the industry. This fulfills a promise outlined in this year's Ontario budget. It'll start with a new grant program to support competitiveness and shipbuilding business growth. This will be significant investment for the company known as Ontario Shipyards. They have locations in Hamilton, St. Catharines, and Thunder Bay. The details are going to be announced a little bit later this morning, and Simone Gavros will have more coming up in the next little while.
Questions remain over Hamilton's LRT timelines and construction impacts despite a virtual open house last night. Officials say early enabling work has been underway since 2023. That includes relocating underground utilities and completing environmental and archaeological surveys. Major construction, however, has not yet started.
At this time, we actually don't have a date that we can share with you right now. So again, as that becomes available, it's our commitment to share that with you. I know that's a priority for a lot of folks, just to get a sense of like, when is this project actually going to be coming? So as soon as we know, we will also let you know.
Hamiltonians have been hearing about the LRT since 2007. The 14-kilometer light rail line will connect McMaster University in the west end of Hamilton to Eastgate Square. The project was cancelled in 2019, but it was revived in 2021 thanks to a funding partnership between the provincial and federal governments.
A serious crash shut down part of Highway 6 South for most of the night. Two vehicles collided on the highway between 2nd Line and 3rd Line, just north of Hagersville. Haldimand County OPP say both drivers, a 28-year-old man and a 37-year-old man, were taken to hospital with serious injuries. The crash happened just before 10 o'clock last night. A support worker in Hamilton has been charged with fraud. Hamilton police say more than $277,000 was diverted from people in the care of Community Living Hamilton. The organization helps people with developmental disabilities. Investigators say from December 2022 to January of this year, a support worker gained access to bank accounts under the promise of helping those in care with their finances. 44-year-old Pamela Ellis has been charged. In a written statement to CHCH News, Community Living Hamilton says, quote, "When these allegations came to our attention, we immediately informed both the police and the people we support who may have been impacted." It goes on to say, "I can confirm that we immediately placed the employee on a leave of absence. We are confident there is no ongoing risk to the people we support in connection with this alleged incident." Well, the heat wave has hit tenants at a downtown Hamilton building especially hard. People living at the building at 27 Bold Street have been without air conditioning, hot water, and gas for cooking. In May, a retaining wall at the building collapsed, raising safety concerns about the gas pipes. So the gas was shut off as a result. That was a month ago.
They kept saying 3 to 5 days, your gas will be back on. 3 to 5 days, 3 to 5 days. And it's been over 4 weeks now.
It's a little bit ridiculous in a way, like to live in a building without the required necessities. And I don't think people will believe it, what we're suffering.
Tenants say the building's managers, the Valor Group, gave them a break on rent for June, but they haven't fixed the gas issue. Now, the City of Hamilton is looking for a way to restore the gas safely, is going to be stepping in to do the work at the owner's expense and lay a charge against the owner that could mean a fine of up to $5,000. Valor Group says it's working with its insurer to fix the problem. The city isn't putting any deadlines on the work, but says it is moving quickly and is waiting for word from a contractor of when it can get the gas back on in that building. Well, Adidas Canada is re-releasing the shoe that Terry Fox wore during his Marathon of Hope. This is a special re-release of the navy blue and white Orion runners that Terry Fox wore in 1980 as he tried to run across Canada, raising awareness for cancer research. Terry's older brother, Fred Fox, says he hopes the shoes will be, quote, an inspirational reminder that it's up to all of us to finish the marathon against cancer that Terry started. The limited edition shoes with Terry Fox in gold will be available starting July 3rd. Adidas Canada says all proceeds will support the Terry Fox Foundation. Love that idea.
Absolutely. It's time for Sportsline, and Alexander McGillney's long wait for the Hockey Hall of Fame is over. The high-scoring Russian is part of the 8-member class of 2025, ending a string of 16 years waiting by the phone. McGillney is joined by former NHL stars Joe Thornton, Zdeno Chara, and Duncan Keith, as well as women's hockey icons Brianna Decker and Jennifer Botterill. And check out Jumbo Joe's reaction when Hall of Fame Selection Committee Chair Ron Francis broke the news to him.
Hey, Joe, I just wanted to let you know that we're really excited to welcome you into the Hockey Hall of Fame. You were voted today by
Ronnie, holy doodle, holy doodle.
It's always great to have another Super Greyhound in there.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm shaking. Thanks, boy. Holy moly.
Holy doodle is right. Longtime Boston University coach Jack Parker and women's coach Danielle Sauvageau were elected as builders. And among the first-year eligible players who did not get the call yesterday include Montreal goalie Carey Price.
Just make him do something. He kicks out at play in Canada, get the ball back. Lovely ball through to Jonathan David. It's 1-0. Jonathan David with the goal.
Jonathan David scored in the 53rd minute. Tajon Buchanan added another 3 minutes later as Canada blanked 9-man El Salvador 2-0 at the CONCACAF Gold Cup in Houston. With the win, Canada clinched first place in Group B and will play Guatemala in Sunday's quarterfinal in Minnesota.
Bases loaded, 2 down. And a high fly ball to deep left center field. It's gone! A grand slam for George Springer.
Springer's 11th big blast in the 8th inning gave the Blue Jays a 10-6 victory last night in Cleveland. Springer went 3 for 5. He scored 3 runs, while Eric Lauer held the Guardians to just 1 run over 5+ frames for his 3rd win in a row. The PWHL held its 2025 draft in Ottawa last night.
With the first pick in the first round of the 2025 PWHL draft, the New York Sirens select forward Kristina Kaltenkova.
23-year-old forward from Colgate University is the first Czech player to be taken first overall. Toronto acquired defender Ella Shelton from the Sirens in exchange for the 3rd and 27th overall picks. And the Scepters also traded goalie Kristen Campbell to Vancouver for the 16th and 23rd overall selections. Toronto took American forward Emma Gentry 11th overall. And with its first ever draft pick, Vancouver took 35-year-old veteran winger Michelle Karvinen. New York's Barclays Center will host the NBA draft tonight. The Dallas Mavericks hold the #1 overall pick and are expected to take Duke forward Cooper Flagg. The Toronto Raptors hold the 9th overall selection tonight. They'll pick 39th overall when round 2 is held tomorrow night. It wasn't like the 2 million people who showed up at the Raptors championship parade in 2019, but thousands of fans celebrated Oklahoma City's first NBA title yesterday. Hamilton's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander went shirtless and wrapped the Canadian flag around his waist. OKC beat the Indiana Pacers Sunday in an exciting 7-game series.
Yes, okay, coming up on 11 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, 25th of June. Not quite as warm, still warm, but we'll get there. We're looking at traffic this morning. First of all, nothing here at the 403 and Waterdown Road. All doing fine in and around the Hamilton area. Construction coming to an end. So let's go into St. Catharines. Check some MTO traffic cameras. Looks good here. QEW 405 gives you a nice view of the Garden City Skyway way in the distance. No problems right there. Millen Road, Stony Creek, all the way through south of 2. So this is coming off the Skyway Bridge, heading past North Shore Boulevard. We did have some construction earlier at Fairview, but it looks like it's gone now. Royal Windsor Drive in Oakville looks good. Same with Cooksville Creek going through Mississauga. So nothing on the highway so far today. Temperature this morning, we are a degree less than we were yesterday. Feels better, doesn't it? 22 degrees is the temperature at the moment. It feels like 30, so still a bit of a humidex. Winds are light. Relative humidity is right up there. There's the good news. The heat warning from Environment Canada, gone. It is canceled, so that's good. Still moderate risk today as far as air quality is concerned. It's come down a little bit, so it's a little bit better today than it was yesterday. For school today, and yes, there are still some classes going on. For some schools, 29 degrees will be the high today, so at least we're out of that 30-degree bracket, but still a humidex of 36, and there is a chance of a shower, particularly this morning. We had that frontal boundary go through yesterday. It triggered off some storms in some areas. Simcoe got a storm, but not a lot in others. Today we could still get some instability. Tomorrow, Friday, even into Saturday, we could get some showers as well. So fairly cloudy skies, but at least it's going to be cooler. Today, 28 to 29 degrees, feeling like 35 to 36, so still warm and muggy, but not oppressively hot like it's been. Tonight, it cools off into the teens. We should hit 18, 19 degrees tonight. There's that chance of a shower again tonight. And tomorrow, temperatures 22 and 21. That'll be nice for a change, but it'll be fairly cloudy with chance of showers for the day tomorrow. So out the door this morning, 25th of June, temperatures still on the mild side, 22, with a humidex at the moment of 30 degrees, mostly cloudy. Long range coming up. Annette, Britt.
Okay, right after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic with a preview of what she has for us in Chit Chat. And we are getting a look at the latest plans for the controversial redevelopment of what used to be Ontario Place. It is time to say good morning to Emily Vukovic with really big hair this morning. I love it.
See, it was like this big when I walked in. It was like this. And the entire control room was like, whoa!
It looks awesome.
I'm going to leave it big.
Luxurious.
Yes, I'm leaving it big. It is. It's my mane today. I put my head upside down and I hairsprayed it, and then I walked out thinking it would fall, but it didn't. So here we go. Here we go.
Still humid.
Yeah. Clearly. Okay, coming up with Chit Chat, Hamilton's Festival of Friends has announced this year's lineup and musical acts. They are huge, massive. Yep. And Barbra Streisand has a bone to pick with Meet the Parents franchise. And later on this morning, R&B queens Brandy and Monica are giving fans the ultimate 90s throwback. I'm doing the 80s.
You could do a Barbara Streisand thing too with your hair and the nails.
I could too. I'm going to spray my bangs up really high too.
Yes.
There.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, you work on that. We'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Thanks very much.
In overseas trading this morning, the Canadian dollar is down 3 basis points to 72.87 cents U.S. Gold is up $8.50 an ounce. Crude oil is $1 higher to $65.38 a barrel. Midday trading in Europe, markets are up in London, down in Frankfurt, up just a little bit in Paris.
Over in Asia, markets were up in Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. And in North American markets, strength in tech stocks helped the TSX climb over 100 points yesterday. The Dow gained over 500, and the Nasdaq closed 67 points higher.
A new way to distribute meat is about to open in Brantford. Hilton Foods Canada is spending $192 million to build its first food processing and distribution facility in North America. So this video is of one of their plants in Ireland. The facility in Brantford will use robots like this one to pick store orders of beef, pork, lamb, seafood, and other products. This plant will be for Walmart Canada distribution centers. The province is supporting Hilton's expansion into Ontario with a $1.5 million investment. The government says the plant will create 150 new good-paying jobs for humans. It's expected to open in 2027.
The Canadian Meat Council says a federal bill designed to improve interprovincial trade could actually hurt Canada's meat exports. The council's senior director, Lauren Martin, says Bill C-5 could allow the federal government to treat provincial meat inspection standards as equal to federal ones. And she warns that could raise red flags for international buyers who rely on consistent, high-level safety standards. Currently, only federally licensed facilities, which must always have federal inspectors on site, can export meat outside the province or country. Martin says the rules vary province to province, and changing that could risk Canada's reputation abroad.
Final designs have been released for the redevelopment of Ontario Place. It'll include a parking structure south of Lakeshore Boulevard, a spa on the West Island built by the Austrian company Therme, open green spaces, and an expanded concert venue. There's going to be a family-friendly beach, children's playgrounds, and areas for rec activities.
This new Ontario Place will be an incredible destination for people living here in the city, looking to enjoy the scenery along the lakeshore, or spend a day at the beach. And it will welcome visitors from across the province and around the world, coming to see some of the great new attractions that will be on offer. It will be a destination for all of Ontario, while something for everyone.
But what about a spot for the Ontario Science Centre? The province had previously promised to open a temporary science centre by January 1st of next year. The government closed the Science Centre a year ago, saying that the roof needed urgent repairs. That's a claim that workers and critics do not agree with.
Ontario NDP leader Marit Stiles was in Hamilton yesterday, using the city as a backdrop to kick off her summer tour. She used the occasion to talk about the effect of steel and aluminum tariffs on Hamilton and the people whose jobs have already been and will be affected by them. Stiles implored the Doug Ford government to follow the lead of the federal government.
We should be using Ontario-made steel to build our schools, our hospitals, our transit, our bridges, not sending public dollars across the border or overseas. Earlier this month, the federal government committed to maximizing the use of Canadian steel in government-funded projects. There is no reason Ontario should not do the same.
Stiles says doing so is just good common sense and good economics. She went on to say that U.S. President Donald Trump's brief time in office this time is proof enough that the province needs to be tariff-proofed. Premier Ford has said on a number of occasions that he would like to see only Ontario or Canadian steel used where possible.
Okay, we're taking a quick break right now. Brian is going to be back with the traffic and your 7-day forecast, which has a little bit more relief in it.
6:24 on the button here on this Wednesday morning, 25th of June. Not a lot of sun in your eyes this morning. Fairly cloudy. QEW at 406. There's absolutely no volume right there. South end of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us. That's doing fine. Fairview Street. Now, we did have a fair bit of construction, as you can see on the Niagara-bound lanes. They have construction vehicles picking up the pylons, so that construction is coming to an end finally. Erin Mills Parkway through Mississauga will dip into the 403 at Dundas. All doing okay. No collisions at the moment. Not a lot of volume. Temperature at the moment still sitting at 22. Humidex of 30 degrees for Hamilton. 21 Grimsby. 24 Mississauga. Just a little bit cooler as you head through Toronto. Toronto's getting that bit of a breeze off the lake. Here's a shot Annette will notice. This is one of her photographic gems from her weekend wanderings around the area. Thank you for our nice leave shot there. Those are our sun times, our records for today, and our seasonal temperatures, 25 and 14. And yes, there is that chance of a shower for today, and that could be this morning. Going into school for those who are still going in, and of course exams are on for a lot of schools. 24 today for the first bell, 29 and mainly cloudy for after school. So today, 29, humidex of 36, 19 tonight, 21 tomorrow. Oh, wow. That's a little bit cooler. 26 will be the humidex. Still a chance of a shower Thursday, Friday, even into Saturday. We'll finally get some sun for Sunday. Oh, yeah, don't forget Canada Day coming up on Tuesday. Sun at 27. Nice day. That's your long-range forecast. Annette, Rick.
Okay, thanks so much.
4 astronauts are now on their way to the International Space Station.
The SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket lifted off from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida earlier this morning. The Axiom mission 4 had been delayed because of a leak on the International Space Station. That's all fixed now. The private mission includes decorated astronaut Peggy Whitson, who used to work for NASA. She's going to be joined by 3 space novices who will become the first to visit from India, Poland, and Hungary to be at the space station. The group is expected to be in space for about 2 weeks. I think they land on the space station or arrive at the space station tomorrow morning. They're going to help carry out about 60 science experiments before the trip home. And I'm sure they're wondering, like, do we pack extra because of those 2 NASA astronauts that spent, thought they were going up for a few weeks, and it's, yeah.
Whenever you're going on a trip, just pack a little bit more, even if it is to the International Space Station.
I always try to go carry on now.
Oh, yes. Yeah, with the fees and all that, absolutely. Yeah. Good call on that one.
I don't know if I do that to the space station.
Yeah. Stay with us. More to come after the break. Yeah, that's a long trip.
Yeah.